This is going to be our most popular type of an argument, the problem solution. Naturally, this is our easier argument to understand because most of us are pretty good with problems and solutions. As usual, if you scan the QR code here, it will give you the lecture that I am covering in this video today. A problem solution is best for topics where a clear problem exists and a feasible solution can be proposed. When you are working with a problem solution, you are identifying the problem, you're explaining the significance of that problem, and you're proposing one or more solutions. With that, you want to introduce the issue. You want to prove the issue by providing background, cause, effect. You want to propose a solution. You want to address counterarguments and rebuttals, and you want to conclude with the implications of your solution. What this looks like: introduction, problem analysis, proposed solution or solutions if you have multiple, and then counterarguments, rebuttal, and conclusion. The thesis format for this one is as follows. This is a problem because, reason 1 and 2, a viable solution would be this, which would address these things. Let's say that I'm looking at how schools can reduce student stress. My thesis could look like this. Student stress is a growing issue due to heavy workloads and lack of support. These are my reasons here. And then my the rest of this says implementing flexible deadlines and mental health programs would create a healthier learning environment and improve academic performance. We have outcomes, we have a solution, we're good. When it comes down to the outline of this, you are going to spend a lot of time building the problem. So in the introduction, we're going to hook to introduce the issue. We're going to give a slight background of the problem, but most of that's actually going to show up in a body paragraph. So you don't need too many sources talking about the background here. Just tell me a little bit of the information surrounding the problem that exists in and of itself. Always remember that you need to have your thematic statement in there, and you also need to have your inquiry-based question. Every introduction needs that. If you forget it, you're screwed. When it comes down to the thesis statement, it's the same thing that we just covered. Throw it out the end. Our problem analysis. This is like half of our essay. We need to spend half of our essay explaining this problem. What are the causes? What is the evidence of showing why this is an issue? Who does it affect? How does it affect people? Is this a singular thing? Does this affect societies or institutions? Does this affect the whole world? You really want to spend like 900 to 1,000 of your words for your 2,200 page paper here, really discussing the problem itself. Then the other half of the paper is mostly going to be looking at the solution itself. So you want to clearly state your proposed solution. You need to have some strong evidence as to why this is going to be the best solution here and explain why it's going to work. If there are limitations, talk about them, especially if you have a counter argument that talks about those limitations. If you're thinking about limitations, you could easily make that your counter argument. And then your rebuttal could be, I'm going to say, you know what? Although this is a potential limitation or objection, I'm going to rebuke that. I'm going to come back and say, well, based on my logic, my evidence, my explanation here, this really isn't going to be that much of a problem. When it comes to your conclusion, you want to summarize why the solution is necessary and effective. You're going to discuss the broader impact, and then you're going to kind of call it home with a final call to action or a final thought. A call to action. Again, the idea here is that you want to say, hey, let's make this change right now. It's incredibly important that this change happens relatively soon. For our sample paper for this argument, this is the 2023 AP seminar released paper. This is an IWA paper. I forget what it's about, but if you click into this here, it'll tell you what this problem solution essay is. And of course, with any AP released stimulus materials, this is going to have scoring notes. So take a look at this, maybe copy some of the structure if you're feeling like you're liking the way that things are progressing in there. Read those scoring notes and get through this on your own here. Use any ideas that you take from this and maybe apply them to your own essay. It's okay to look at the sample and apply it to your work. That is our problem solution argument.